Hi guys, I'm Mark Nathwani. I'm an international speaker, an event organizer, an event promoter in the UK, and I'm the creator of the world's largest private label rights and resale rights library. I have now in my library over 1 million products. Yes, you heard that quite right, 1 million products, and over the next few minutes I'm going to actually tell you how I created that and how that can help you. Now, I help people understand the A to Z of internet marketing and business development. And this came quite naturally to me because of the hurdles that I went through. And it seemed sort of quite logical then for me to help others to avoid, the same kind of mistakes and to save time and money along the way. When I first started, product creation was somewhat of a nightmare. And in order to save time and money, I looked at private label rights and resale rights. Now, just a little bit of background. Before I started, I'd taken a company from zero to £131 million in less than 12 months, and I'd lost it. And at the time that I was looking at internet marketing, I was a property investor, and the property market was, it was collapsing. So I didn't want to face the same fate again and have to lose all my properties as well again. So I had to do something, fairly quickly. So if you're going through a tough challenge or a tough time at the moment, stay with it, because I did, and I got out of it. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. So no, honestly guys, if it's any consolation, I've been through, if you can imagine having a £131 million company and losing it all, that's what I went through. It was a public listed company. It's on Google. It's a true fact. But my mindset kicked in. It wasn't any point in getting depressed and upset and just curling up in a corner and thinking that life's just a huge problem. Been through a lot of challenges in my life, and every time that I've been down, I've actually got up a lot stronger and a lot better. Internet marketing wasn't going to be any different. It's not easy. If anybody tells you you're going to make £1 million in 5 seconds, it's not going to happen. But with the right systems in place, the right bit of knowledge, it is possible. I'll just tell you a little bit of a story about how I got into it and what I've done in my first sort of year to 18 months. I went on a 3-day course, and during that course, product creation was a part of that course, and also private label rights and resale rights were mentioned for anybody who either didn't know how to create a product or perhaps didn't have the time and wanted to make an entry into the market a lot quicker, which is a situation that I was in. So it attracted me quite a lot. After the 3-day event, I was all fired up, as you are. I went home. It was about 8:30 in the evening, and I typed in PLI and resale rights. I was struggling to even remember what PLR stood for, private label rights. And I found that these were ready-made products, professionally created, with great sales pages, lovely graphics. It would put me months and months ahead of the game, because if I'd started to create my own product, it would take a bit of time, and I didn't even know really how to do it. So I started buying PLI and resale rights products, and within about 90 minutes I found myself spending £400, so over $600. And they were all in a folder on my desktop and I just took a step back for a second. I thought, crikey, I've just bought all these products and I've now got the rights to resell these. And I thought, well, wouldn't it be good value if I could sell all of this product, over $600 worth, to somebody for $50. And I did that. And I sold so many that not only did I recover all my money, but I actually started making a profit. And I kept ploughing my profit back in again and buying more and buying more and buying more and creating much, much better value. Now I was selling $2,000 worth of products for $50, and I put my price up. Now I've got a library which is the world's largest, and it's got 1 million products that have cost me several hundreds of thousands of pounds. And I give people access to that, and I let them have all that product for a very small amount of money. So that was my result. It took me a long time. I almost threw the towel in quite a lot of times. It's very frustrating, very overwhelming, but I stayed with it. I took it step by step, and this is some of the things that I teach when I speak. Don't get overwhelmed, stay focused, don't give up, etc., etc., etc. Mindset had a lot to do with it as well. So in my first year, having spent 6 months, sort of getting on my feet, I did over $300,000 worth of business. And I keep telling you, if I can do it, and I knew absolutely nothing about internet marketing, then anybody watching this can do it too, guys, honestly. And I mean that quite sincerely. If I can do it, anybody can do it. But it taught me something. My background is bricks and mortar. I've had traditional businesses with rents, rates, staff, and all the overheads that go along with the business. And so for me to make $300,000 sitting on my desk was probably the most impressive thing that a 47-year-old guy like me, I've given my age away there, but I'm no spring chicken, I'm getting on. And I'm from a traditional business background, and for me to sit here at home and to make that kind of money, it would have taken me about 5 or 6 properties, perhaps more, to make that kind of money. So it was very, very attractive to me. And it also taught me that with the internet, there's no storage, there's no staff, there's no delivery, the delivery is instant. I've got no production cost. If I'm selling, for example, tiles, I've got to keep buying these tiles, or I've got to keep making these tiles. Every time I sell one, I've got to buy one or make one. For any product, when you sell something, you've got to either manufacture it or buy it in. If you go to a traditional cash and carry, they've got shelves full of stock. I've got 1 million products, an unlimited quantity of them, all stored in a hard drive that size. And I can sell them again and again and again and again, and I do. Can you see how powerful that is? So if you're thinking that internet marketing is not for you, think again. I always used to hear content is king, content is king, content is king, money's in the list, money's in the list, money's in the list. You've probably heard all that too. I now have probably more content than anybody that I can think of. Now, I came off stage once and somebody said to me, Mark, I've just heard you speak amongst 12 other speakers and you all make it look so easy. And this lady said to me, look, I went to a property seminar once, and in that property seminar they talked about buying and selling properties and how you can buy property below market value and sell it for a higher price, and it made it look so easy. But then after the seminar, she said, I went home, could I find a property below market value? No, she couldn't, because nobody taught her how to do that. Now, that made me realize that, yes, there is a point here, because I speak on stage and I say, guys, you can make a lot of money with PLI and resale rights and internet marketing. And I've just told you that, and you're thinking, Mark, it's all well and good for you to stand here and tell us that you've made this kind of money in such a short time. We don't know how you did it. So, I've got some notes here. The solution to your internet marketing problem, and by the way, if you're a newbie, this is a brilliant tool, and if you're already established and you want to take your business to the next level, then again, the PLR and resale rights library will do that. I've done JVs with Russell Brunson. I'm actually talking to another, very, very large, probably one of the top 3 to 5 in the world. Now, here's my solution. And because of that conversation I had with that lady, I changed my entire speaking program and itinerary. And here's what I'm going to cover. I start off with mindset. Because if I didn't have the right mindset, I could have thrown the towel in so many times, but I was determined and I stuck to my guns and I decided that I'm going to do it and I'm not going to quit. So mindset's very, very important. You also need product. I've obviously got a ton of it now. You need traffic. You need a relationship with that traffic. Traffic is customers, and you need a relationship. You need to build a relationship with them. You need a bit of coaching. Obviously, you need some education. You need to know who, what, where, why, when. You need some basic techie skills. You need an email responder. You need an email management system like Aweber or mailsos.com there's quite a few out there. You need to host. You need a server, or you need somewhere to host your website, your products, etc. And it would help if you have a payment button. Now, this may seem fairly straightforward, but I'll tell you something. I made so many mistakes, simple mistakes in those areas, and they cost me a lot of time and they cost me a lot of money. And I'm going to show you how to avoid making the same mistakes that I did, how to save time and how to save money. Before we start the program, here's what I want you to do. Just take this one very, very simple and very easy step. And I'd like you to send me an email on mark@geniedream.com, Genie, Genie, as in the lamp, Genie, dream, because we will make your dream come true. And I'm going to send you a completely free 24-part audio course. And I'm going to send you an ebook to go with it as well. Guys, and I mean this sincerely, and you realize when you've done this, it's probably the world's leading mindset course. There isn't anything like that. In fact, the law of attraction and the secret are actually based on what I'm going to send you. So this is your first step. I hope you've enjoyed what I had to say. We've got a long journey ahead of us, and I'd like to hold your hand through it if I may. So do that right away, mark@geniedream.com. Send me an email, and I'm going to give you this 24-part course, and that's going to be your first step. So let's take things step by step so we don't get confused, we don't get overwhelmed, and the results will be you will make money. Thanks very much indeed for listening. I hope you enjoyed that, as I said. Send me an email, and I look forward to seeing you at the next step. Take it easy. Thanks very much indeed. Bye-bye.